Bore da, a chroeso I ddinas Cardiff ac I ceremony radio Prifysgol Cardiff. Good morning and welcome to the City of Cardiff and to the graduation ceremony of Cardiff University. I'm Louise Casalla and it's with great pleasure that as University Director I welcome you all to today's graduation ceremony. We are here to celebrate our students' achievements, and I'm particularly pleased to welcome parents, family and friends to join in this celebration. I'm joined here on stage by the Chair of the University's Governing Council, the Vice-Chancellor, academic staff and the Students' Union representative. The Chair of Council, Professor Sir Keith Peters, will formally open the proceedings, and the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. David Grant, will receive all graduates to their awards. Students, today marks a marvellous milestone in your life, as it does in the lives of those who have supported you over the last few years, and it's good to see so many of them here with us today. I'm sure it will enhance your understanding and enjoyment of the day if we just spend a few moments going through the procedures for today's ceremony. For those of you receiving an award today, perhaps you thought passing your exams was the biggest challenge in gaining your degree, but an even larger challenge faces you today. You still have to cross this stage without tripping over, shake hands with the correct person, try not to seek your award from anyone other than the Vice-Chancellor. The order of proceedings is included in the programme, along with the words used for the various stages of the ceremony under the relevant headings. A presenter will read out the names of the students being received the same award. When each name is called, the student will ascend the stage, walk towards the Vice-Chancellor and shake his hand, gently, please. Whilst past experience has shown this can sometimes be a little more challenging for some than it seems, your approach to the stage and your return to the seat will be carefully guided by our marshals, so do not worry. Once the ceremony is underway, it really is a case of follow the leader. When you leave the stage, you'll stand with your group facing the stage, and the Vice-Chancellor will formally receive you to your awards. You will doff in reply, and you'll then be reseated by the marshals. When all awards have been received, the graduates will be asked to stand to receive the university's greetings. At the very end of today's ceremony, please then stand for the exit of the platform party. Can I ask, do you have a mobile phone with you? If so, can you please check and ensure that it's switched off? We will be providing some musical entertainment later in the ceremony, and I can assure you it will be better than anything your combined ringtones can produce. Everyone, I know you're immensely proud of your graduate today, but can I invite you to clap only after the Vice-Chancellor has admitted each group of graduates to their awards and not as each one crosses the stage. This will ensure that your hands are still in reasonable working order by the end of the ceremony and that you make it out of here in time for that celebration lunch. Finally, please do enjoy the ceremony.
Bore da, croeso I Gaerdydd. Good morning. I am Sir Keith Peters. I'm the Chair of the University's Council here in Cardiff. And in 1961, those of you who are good at arithmetic will calculate that 48 years ago, I was the proud graduate of this university. And since that time, wherever I've gone, sooner or later, the conversation has turned to, where did you study? And I was able to say, I studied at Cardiff. I said so then and ever since, with pride and conviction. And I'm quite certain that you too, as life unfolds before you, will turn to your days in Cardiff and say, I studied in Cardiff. It was a great place to be. It was a formative period in my life and has shaped the pattern of everything I've done since. Now today we have graduates from the School of Chemistry, from the Cardiff School of Healthcare Studies and the Welsh School of Pharmacy. In some respects a disparate group, but in other respects not. chemistry, the study of chemistry, has underpinned a huge amount of the developments in medicine. The advances in medicine that have occurred most dramatically in my lifetime have owed a great deal to radiology and radiography. And that too requires chemistry and physics and engineering. And of course, healthcare itself requires a multidisciplinary activity in which all aspects of a patient's journey through illness, often to getting better, but sadly often not, requires the combined efforts of many people who are in this room today. Now, one of the big differences between my time in Cardiff and your time in Cardiff has been the scale of activity. When I was a student here, there were about 4,000 students in the university and in the School of Medicine. Now there are 27,000 students. But I hope you will appreciate and agree that Cardiff is very concerned about the student experience. We regard our students and the teaching of our students and the care of our students as a prime responsibility, a prime aspect of our mission. And of course, that knowledge is widely known, and it's why Cardiff is such a sought-after university, and one which you are, I'm sure, proud to be part of, and will, as I said earlier, continue to be proud to have been part of as your career unfolds. There are several things that are worth singling out. For example, those of you in the School of Pharmacy will know that it is widely acknowledged as one of the best schools of pharmacy in the country. 6 fellow past students have become presidents of the Royal Pharmaceutical Society of Great Britain. And Professor Chris McGuigan in the school has lately invented a novel antiviral treatment which is now in an advanced phase of testing for the treatment of very important viral diseases. I can see I'm having the usual effect on young children. One of the other things that I feel I would particularly like to mention is, so far I've talked about what Cardiff and Cardiff University has, as it were, provided for you in the way of teaching, but mention should be made of what you, the students, do for Cardiff. The numbers are that the student volunteering Cardiff, which is one of the largest schemes in this country, has provided some 80,000 hours of your time, helping more than 800 people per week. And one of the many reasons why Cardiff University is so valued in its home community. Now, Louise Casella has already made reference to something which I feel I must emphasize. Your parents are seeing the beginning of the end of a journey which started when they sent you off to nursery school with no doubt great misgiving at the age of 4. And many of them will now feel that they are starting to reap some kind of benefit, the possibility that you may become a little bit independent of them over the next year or two. I have to say, as a parent myself, that graduation is only the beginning of the end of the journey, and children these days seem to be able to drain their parents' pockets for years afterwards. Now, just to finish, I said how in personal terms, since I graduated 48 years ago, I've retained my connection with Cardiff, which most recently has seen me as chair of the Council of the University, I hope very much, and indeed expect, that you students graduating today will make every effort to keep in touch with us in the university. We need you to be in touch with us. We want you to be in touch with us. You become part of a family which will spread all over the world, but which has Cardiff at its heart. So, congratulations. Congratulations on your achievements. Congratulations on coming to Cardiff. Congratulations on graduating from Cardiff. And congratulations on becoming an electable part of Cardiff. So at that point, I think I sit down, but do I introduce Fiona Harrison? You see how well rehearsed all this is. Cardiff has something very, very special. It's Cardiff's International Academy of Voice, started by the distinguished tenor Dennis O'Neill a few years ago, and we're extremely privileged today to have one of its outstanding students, Fiona Harrison. Sorry? At the end, oh my God. Right. I better sit down before I cock anything up.
Darllenir proclamasiwn ffurfiol y Cynulliad yn gyntaf yn Gymraeg ac yna yn Saesneg. The formal proclamation of the congregation will be read first in Welsh, then in English. Nerth gwlad ei gwybodaeth. A nation's strength is in its learning. Boed hysbys i'r holl aelodau'r brifysgol ac ar hyd a lled y byd, fod cynulliad o Brifysgol Cardydd yn cael ei gynnal heddiw ym mhrif ddinas Cymru. O dan awdurdod siart y frenhinol y brifysgol, mae'r cynulliad hwn yn cyfarfod i dderbyn y myfyrwyr sydd yn rhinwydd eu hystudiaethau a'i hysgol heictod wedi arholi yn briodol yn ôl astudida'r brifysgol, ac wedi ei cael yn deilwng o'i graddau. Wrth allu llwyddiant y rai sy'n graddio yn y cynulliad hwn, fe hatgoffwn o'i cyfrifoldeb i gyfrannu o werthoedd y brifysgol hon. Nod iddyn hwy yw ceisio troi eu cyflawniadau wasanaethu i'r lles pawb, ymdrechu i sicrhau'r agoriaeth ym mhob peth, ac am boeni am ddyfodol ein byd. Gwrandewch yn awchus ar ddoethineb, gan ei fod yn cynnig gobaith a gwirionedd ym mhob cenhedlaeth. Let it be known to all members of the university and throughout the world that today, in the capital city of Wales, a congregation of Cardiff University is taking place. Under the authority of the university's Royal Charter, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by virtue of their studies and scholarship, have been appropriately examined according to the statutes of the university and found worthy of their degrees. We celebrate the success of those who graduate in this congregation, and in doing so, remind them of their responsibility to share in the values of this university. It is for them to seek through their achievements to serve the common good, to strive for excellence in all things, and care for the future of our world. Be attentive to wisdom, for it offers hope and truth in every generation.
I, Dr. Christopher Morley, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Rebecca Balasingham. James Elliott Barron. Neil Emily Victoria Chapman. Neil Cowie. Thomas Carl Davis. Victoria Davis. Daniel DeHome. Jonathan Dunscombe. Craig MacLeod Fawcett. Gemma Louise Finn. Amy Danielle Ford. David John Heath. Natalie Horrell. Natasha Mia Johnson. Paul Marshall. Danielle Middleton.
Bore da. Good morning. At this point in the ceremony, and at other equivalent times, it is a tradition of the university for the Vice-Chancellor to speak in Welsh to receive groups of graduates to their awards. The Welsh phrase I will use, when translated, means, through the authority conferred upon me by the university, I receive you to the award or degree which I will name, and to all the privileges of that degree. Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffraniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Jessica Louise Mullen. Mari Elena Owen. Sheena Narendra Patel. Ben Price. Alexander Prigmore. Simon Rutter. Shyamini Sam. Victoria Scarfield. Frederick David Seeley. Jonathan Edward Seeley. Greg Michael Shaw. Hannah Westerway. Andrew Craig Wood. Rhys Paul Woodward. Tim Brandon. Matthew Richard Lewis.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffraniau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Dr. Christopher Morley introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Chemistry. Chesney Louise Brigham Barry. Victoria Bemmer. Stacey Danielle Bennett. Azadine Bouleglimard. Simon Carabene. Rebecca Laura Coles. Catherine Louise Cooper. Rhian Louise Courtney. Matthew James Crode. Scott Patrick Davis. Louis Martin Draper. Edward Masterman Barnaby Duke. Robert James Frankis. Rory Gareth Giles. Edward James Holland.
Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn cemeg ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Gregory Hopkins. Stephen Paul Hopkins. Kenneth Stephen Hunter. Jamie Johnson. Dyfr Helen Jones. Daniel Kelly. Sean Thomas Mutter. Alexander Reeder. Catherine Rachel Samford. Tim Smith. Elizabeth Jane Stock. Rupert Taylor. David Wayne Thomas. Leanne Marie Walker.
Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn cemeg ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Roger Mansfield, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Muchat Moyasora Adesanya. Emma Catherine Austin. Matthew James Thomas Buck. Samuel Paul Collins. Jenna Couture. Michael John DeVette. Rachel Ann Dine. Lisa Victoria Evans. Melissa Kerris Gilbert. Sarah Green. Nia Teresa Griffiths. Rhiann Lynn Harris. Richard John Holford. Karen Holland. Amy Laura Huzay. Lucy Marie Humphreys. Hannah Jane Jones. Deborah Ann Knox. Francine Lee. Rosie McBride. Sarah Jane Mealing. Stephen Miles Board.
Trwy awdurdod a Brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Gemma Morse. Mukululi Enjiwenya. Dean John Pickin. Claire Elizabeth Pittman. Verity Claire Smith. Emily Elizabeth Story. William Tandy. Jenna Louise Thomas. Charlotte Amanda Titley. Delith Ann Williams. Catherine Louise Helen Burke. Jennifer Ann Burns. Sarah Margaret Burrow. Stacey Jacqueline Campbell Twine. Angela Cann. Larissa Gabrielle Phillimore Kalp. Louise Helen Crane. David Martin Davis. Gwen Davis. Sharon Ann Ebenezer.
Trwy awdurdod a Brifysgol, ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffreniau radd hon. Congratulations.
Lucy Elphick. Craig Adam Evans. Abigail Foxcroft. Claire Frere-Smith. Holly Leanne Gagan. Kimberly Victoria Gover. Jennifer Ann Green. Ellen Ann Griffiths. Gemma Hackett. Nurul Bazila Binti Haji Ali. Nicola Jane Han. Amelia Jackson. Diane James. Jessica Catherine Johnson. Paul James Johnston. And Harriet Jones. Carol Ann Lloyd Jones. Alexandra Kamratov Jones. Rebecca Mary Kehoe. Jessica Margaret Latham. Jenna Lewis. Luke Alexander McFadgen. Lisa Jane Marchant.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rath baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl frenia rath hon. Congratulations.
Leela McCarthy. Sian Elaine McNally. Michelle Carr Morrison. Deborah O'Callaghan. Keris Elizabeth Owen. Jasmine Alicia Pierce. Gemma Richardson. Naomi Joy Rutter. Holly Jane Salome. Jenny Margaret Walsh-Smith. Erin Sophia Josephine Smith. Charlotte Catherine Spencer. Leanne Sullivan. David Sir. Stacey Jane Talbot. Laura Sian Thompson. Keris Wallace. Jeremy John Williams. Marion Dwyer. Kim Flinders. Hannah Allworth. Charlotte Louise Barrett.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ag I holl PHRMY rath hon. Congratulations.
Carwyn Geraint Bridges. Alice Brightmore. Adam Thomas Brooks. Madeline Sian Buck. Keo Bai. Cormac Callaghan. James Stephen Cartwright. Joanna Victoria Coates. Lewis Cole. Rory Creevin. Hannah Elise Daughtry. Jennifer Dennis. Benjamin Kelvin Dixon. Catherine Dunn. Hannah Chloe Dyke. Jennifer Meyer Evans. Shorban Mary Evans. Catherine Margaret Fordyce. Helen Louise Firstman. Sarah Greenwood.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol am ddirchiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rath baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl PHRMY rath hon. Congratulations.
Sarah Amanda Harris. Luke Morgan Hathaway. Abigail Hasley. Alice Georgina Henry. Angharad Ellen Holland. Anita Holmes. Sophie Joy Holmes. Nicholas Howell. Diana Hughes. Hannah Rachel Johnson. Hannah Lucia Jones. Lisa Angharad Jones. David James Lee. Catherine Lennon. Stephen Richard Leonard. Gemma Louise Lewis. Kirsty Lewis. Catherine Elizabeth Lindsay. Sarah Louise Llewellyn. Christopher Simon Lloyd. Joanna McGill.
Prwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffyrhenio'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Nick Mahoney. Kerry Elizabeth McGrath. Eleanor Jane Mackay. Catherine Ellen Murphy. Daniel Murphy. Katie Marie Nash. Rosalind Nelson. Emily Blanche Walker-Parry. Nina Patton. Catherine Paul. Anna Maria Elena Perez. John Sanderson Phillips. Colette Suzanne Pollard. Delith Helen Powell. David Edward Price-Smith. Jerry Ann Rafferty. Megan Revel. Danielle Rickards. Helen Seville. Jessica Rose Sims. Bethan Smith.
Prwy awdurdod a prifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffrennio'r radd hon. Congratulations.
Holly Smith. James William Taylor. Danielle Thompson. Rebecca Louise Thompson. Melissa Jane Thorne. Gemma Mary Tracy. Alice Catherine Trout. Jodie Alison Walters. Leanne Walters. Charlotte Amy Williams. Kirsty Williamson. Charlotte Mary Louise Withers. Lauren Rachel Wolfenden. Heather Coote. Lauren Mary Evans. Sophie Laura George. Catherine Ellery Hosford. Victoria Louise Knight. Carol Sarah MacDonald. Marine Ayaz Muki. Kirsten Lorian Murray. Rebecca Valerie Newman. Jack Pritchard. Katie Elizabeth Siege.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rath baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl frenio'r rath hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Roger Mansfield, introduce those who have received the Certificate of Higher Education. Janet Elaine Caldwell. Susan Hughes. Lucy Gemma Pierce. Leanne Swift.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I dystysgrif addysg uwch. Congratulations.
I, Professor Roger Mansfield, introduce those who have received the Diploma of Higher Education. Paul James Benjamin. Rebecca Hampson. Wendy Shan Jones. Stevie Louise Kershaw. Jessica Eve Morley. Kira Rebecca Morris. Michael William Rees. Leanne Marie Stanford. Alan Edward Stevenson.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I ddiploma addysg uwch. Congratulations.
I, Professor Stephen Denyer, am pleased to introduce those who have received the degree Master of Pharmacy. Maslina Abdullah Sunny. Karim Adeniji. Rahil Nawaz Akram. Holly Alliston. Samuel Kofi Ocheri Apiranani. Martin Frank Bannister. Rebecca Faye Bishop. Geraint Hugh Bowen. Sarah Bush. Naomi Karen Chai, Carla Maria Cheetham, Wan Huai Chong, Holly Cody, Sally Marie Coleman, Lauren Leigh Connolly, Sasha Dunt, Claire Louise Dustan, Caris Eliri Dyer, Sarah El Nasri, Elizabeth Joanna Evans, Thomas Christian Few, Neris Olwyn Francis Foster, Elizabeth Rhiann Louise Griffith, James Martin Hall,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn fferylliaeth ac I holl frenia radd hon. Congratulations.
Alim Amirali Velshi Hansraj, Claire Hill, Hetal Mahendra Hirani, Nishma Hirani, Adrian James Hire, Ruth Hudson, Ellen Huggins, Samantha Huntley, Christopher Paul Ioannidis, Sadiqa Yunus Jabai, Mark Edward Jenkins, Edward Benjamin John, Daisy Victoria Johnson, Caris Angara Jones, Helen Lynn Jones, Owain Jones, Ahmad Razdi Kamarudin, Poilin Wairirumu Kamal, Sarah Louise Kavanagh, Selina Cannon, Arwa Kerr, Matthew Kinchin, Jason Chuk San Kwok, Lei Ming Lee,
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn fferylliaeth ac I holl ffyrania radd hon. Congratulations.
Gillian Susan Leslie Sinker. Sophie Lewis. Philip Liu. Emma Louise Llewellyn. Seen Man Teresa Lowe. Erin Mary Lowther. Tina Mabuba. Aled William Mason. Peter Mason. Colin Mackenzie. Robert Miles. Anuja Modi. Umi Kalsum Mohammed Isa. David Owain Morgan. Hu Tu Nguyen. Geraldine Oguchi Nawachu Ku. Laurie Angarad Owen. Rebecca Ann Louise Owen. Laura K. Pendelli. Michelle Seaway Pang. Bethan Louise Phillips. Matthew David Phillips. Jennifer Claire Pickin. And David Michael James Ponton.
Rwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn ffylysliaeth ac ei holl frenio radd hon. Congratulations.
Vidya Pal Singh Preet Riot. Habiba Mohammed Rahman. Sonali Sangvi. Suraj Rashminkant Shah. Adiola Sholala. Julia Stanbridge. Michelle Stimson. Rebecca Lloyd Sturkey. Paresh Taylor. Claire Temby. Min Ven Teo. Duncan Michael Thane. Chun Yin Tham. Angarad Rian Thomas. David Lloyd Thomas. Helen Elizabeth Thompson. Shaheen Veshmia. Sean Hannah Walker. Eliri Wallace. Rhiannon Walters Davies. Bethan Williams. Gareth Williams. Mandy Hoi Man Wong. And Amy Louise Woolley.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol am ddirchiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn ffwrwyddiaeth ac ei holl ffranio radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Malcolm Jones, introduce those who have received the award of postgraduate diploma. Charlotte Mary Emmeline Barber. Victoria Suzanne Banfield. Robert George Dixon. Andrew James McCluskey. Barbara Russell. Catherine Rosemary Speakman. Alice Elizabeth Wilkinson. Bethan Williams. Christine Leanne Williams. Shannon Meyer Williams.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol am ddirchiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I ddiploma olryddedig. Congratulations.
I, Professor Malcolm Jones, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Science. Rebecca Chander. Sian Williams. Anke Willems. Matthew Lee Baxter. Amanda Davis. Sarah Jane Devaney. Joanne Elliott. Bridget Jabber. Stephanie Love. Pratak Vijay Kumar Patel. Ciara Mary Rossier. Gemma Caroline Stratton. Deborah Jane Vinson. James Matthew Luck. Sarah Adelajan. John Derek Paul Jones.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol am ddirchiedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffranio radd hon. Congratulations.
Janina Sunayo. Susan Margaret Delport. Stephanie Lillian Gething. Ying Hen Heng. Abdul Rahman Altawegiri. Claire Butterworth. Richard Lewis Coates. Caroline Louise Jordan. Julie Price. Kate Rees. Abdullah Saad bin Hussein. Francis Mundy. Geet Elise Marhoy Nielsen. Lizelle Sander. Tim Sharp.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn gwyddoniaeth ac I holl ffraniau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Malcolm Jones, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Philosophy. Anil Chamera Anthony Jayasundara. Richard Edward John Nicklin. Cindy Elizabeth Jones. Xiao Xiao.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I radd athro mewn athroniaeth ac I holl ffraniau radd hon. Congratulations.
I, Professor Malcolm Jones, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Nasima Abdulhan Waitas. Mohammed Hayal H. Al-Tataibi. Rita Bebo. Kate Button. Krishna Chapaneri. Natalie Denise Coombs. Marie Cott. Claire Cunningham. Aled Matthew Davis. Hugh John Davis. Zoe Davison. Joanna Kate Day. Sean Peter Green. Neil Colin Ennie.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rath doether mewn athroniaeth ac I holl freniau'r rath hon. Congratulations.
Nathan Stewart Hill. Deborah Ann Knowles. James Hugh Pearson Landon. Wingman Lau. Eleanor Ann Merritt. Peter Edward Penson. Neha Singh. Simon Peter Smale. Andrew Stone. Lai Hoc Te. Caroline Susan Widdowson. Fanglei Yu.
Trwy awdurdod a brifysgol a ymddiriedwyd I mi derbaniaf chwi I rath doether mewn athroniaeth ac I holl freniau'r rath hon. Congratulations.
Could I now ask all of those of you who have graduated in the health professions this morning to be upstanding for the declaration of the oath?
Rwyf yn addo mae fy mlaenoriaeth gyntaf fydd gofalu am fy ngleifion. Byddaf yn ystyriol wrth fy holl cleifion, ac fe ymdrechaf I gyfathrebu yn effeithlon a'n hwy. Byddaf yn parchu urddas ac annibyniaeth fy ngleifion, ac yn parchu ei hawl I ymwneud yn llawn y penderfyniadau ynglŷn â'i gofal. Byddaf bob amser yn onest ac yn ddibynadwy, a byddaf yn parchu ac yn diogelu gwybodaeth gyfrinachol. Neu fydd fy nhaliadau personol yn ymharu dim ar golaf a roddaf i'n cleifion. Gan gydnabod bod fy nghymhwysedd yn gyfynedig, byddaf bob amser yn diweddaru fy ngwybodaeth am sgiliau proffesiynol. Os credaf nad o'i fi, neu gydweithwyr yn addas I ymarfer, fy weithredaf yn gyflym I ddiogelu cleifion rhag risg. Ni fyddaf yn camddefnyddio fel sefyllfa proffesiynol, ac fe weithiaf gyda cydweithwyr yn y ffyrdd gorau lles y cleifion. Ni fyddaf byth yn gwahaniaethu yn anheg yn erbyn fy ngleifion na'n cydweithwyr, a byddaf bob amser yn barod I cyfiawnhau fy ngweithredoedd wrthynt. Roddaf y ddawyd hwn ar fy llw, o'r wyddfodd ac o ddifri calon. I promise that I will make the care of my patients my first concern. I will be considerate to all my patients and will strive to communicate effectively with them. I will respect my patients' dignity and autonomy and their right to be fully involved in the decisions about their care. At all times, I will be honest and trustworthy, respecting and protecting confidential information. My personal beliefs will not prejudice my care of patients. Recognising the limits of my competence, I will keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date. If I believe that I or a colleague may not be fit to practice, I will act quickly to protect patients from risk. I will not abuse my professional position and will work with colleagues in the ways that best serve patients. I will never discriminate unfairly against patients or colleagues and will always be prepared to justify my actions to them. I make this promise solemnly, freely, and upon my honour.
Could I now invite all those of you who've received your awards this morning to stand, so that you can receive the greetings of the University and of the Students' Union from Professor Sir Keith Peters and Mr Nick Yates.
May your care ever be for the success and good name of our university and our country.
You're now members of the distinguished alumni of this university. May your association with the university be cherished and be constant throughout your life, and may your care ever be for the fellowship of our university and the welfare of all people.
Congratulations. Before you sit down, I'm sure you very proud graduates would like to join in a long-standing tradition at Cardiff University at these ceremonies, and that is to pay a special tribute to your families and friends who've supported you in so many ways over so many years, emotionally, academically, and I'm sure not least financially. And indeed to thank the academic staff and all who have helped you reach this important point in your life today. Can I therefore invite you to turn around to greet your family and friends, and if they can't be with you, feel free to wave at the cameras for the webcast, and say a very special and public thank you to them all by giving them all a big wave and a very enthusiastic round of applause. Thank you all very much. You may be seated.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the second time, I am delighted to introduce from the University's Cardiff International Academy of Voice, student Fiona Harrison. Well, it now is my duty to draw these happy proceedings to a close. As you will appreciate, this is a very special occasion for all of us. It's a great privilege for me to be on this platform and to witness this very special day in your lives. I wish you all luck for the future. Well done, everybody.